All right, welcome back to our YouTube channel. Today Marla and I decided to do a video on Costa Rica. Basically what our thoughts were, what we liked, what surprised us, that type of thing. So I guess I'll let you start off with, what did you like most about it?
I like the animals.
The animals? Which ones?
The loud birds. I liked the birds. I liked the macaws. I'm really jealous because you got to see the iguana swim across the swimming pool. I wanted to see the iguana that close, but I never got that close. But I really wish I could have. We did see one close when we were walking at the beach, though. The kids and I, you had walked past it, but that was pretty close. But it was cool. But yeah, I liked the animals there. You know, I'd like to see more. I really liked, even the ants were interesting. Like my favorite were the leafcutter ants. I thought those were totally awesome. Okay, what was yours? What did you like the most?
I mean, the people were very nice, very friendly. And the coffee shop that we went up there, the cappuccino, was very nice. So as far as the food and those types of things, that's what I liked the most about it, not counting the attractions. We can get into that in another question here and things.
Okay.
So what do you like the least on it?
Let's get back to me. You go first. What did you like the least about it?
For me, it was the cost. That's what also surprised me the most, was the cost. The pricing of housing, the prices of food, prices of eating out, all of that was significantly higher than I had anticipated. So
at least in the section that we were in.
Yes, and then the section we're talking about was the Uvita in Costa Rica, which is in southern Costa Rica.
Yeah. So what I would, and just to give you an idea of what Uvita is, if any of you are familiar with Pigeon Forge, Tennessee, way back in the beginning when it was just a little tiny town, had a couple attractions, yeah, that's where Uvita is now. And I figure in 10 years it's going to be freaking crazy.
Yeah, it gave you that feel of what Pigeon Forge was back in that time
back in the
period.
day before they became the tourist trap that it is now. Yeah. Uvita's got that because it's got some it's pristine beaches and stuff that are really cool.
The beaches were absolutely stunning.
So what did I like the least?
Probably the power outages because you couldn't sleep.
Yeah, I have a CPAP and the power went out almost at least I'd probably say 4 or 5 times a week.
Yeah.
So it would wake me up, and then if I did get to sleep, then I called it the alarm clock bird. There was a bird. It was a cute bird. It was really unique colors. Love that. But it would go back on, and it would walk the perimeter of the house, and I was like,
yeah. That was something I would say I liked the least about it.
I liked seeing him, but I didn't like hearing him at like 5 a.m. Not a fan.
Yeah, that was one thing that was definitely the case. About sunrise, for 15 minutes, all of the birds and animals came awake, and they let you know it. And then about 15 minutes before sunset, the exact same thing. It got rather noisy no matter where you were. It was noisy due to the birds and animals and everything that you had there.
It was.
So what surprised me the most? I would have to say,
I would have went with the cost. That's where my surprise.
Yeah, the cost was definitely a surprise to me. That was definitely the
what also surprised me were the number of houses that they were still building, and they were selling. Like the Airbnb that we stayed in had been on the market, we know because we were able to find it on Google, from December of 24. It was still on the market. They still had people coming in while we were staying there to see the house. But the price they were asking for these houses was
like California prices.
$500,000 plus.
California prices.
So it was just, for little old Michigan me, it was a little surprising. But it was, I mean, they were pretty houses, but were they $500,000 houses? No, they were not $500,000 houses. I mean, no. So that was surprising to me. And like Brian said earlier, the food prices.
Mm-hmm.
We did find out while we were there, though, that the government
Regulates
regulates certain foods. So we ended up eating quite a bit of rice. We tried the beans. I did not care for that because I didn't have a good cooker for that. And then one certain cut of chicken. So we lived pretty much off of rice and chicken pretty much most of the time.
Once we weren't eating out.
Yeah, well, we went out occasionally, but it was, like you said, it was very expensive to go out. They had some really good restaurants.
Mm-hmm.
Although, if you go down there and you are in Costa Rica, try a bebida, a pineapple smoothie. Oh my God, awesome! Trust me. Okay.
So what was your impression of Uvita, the Uvita area?
I go with, I said earlier, it reminded me of Pigeon Forge before it got to become a tourist trap. I think Uvita will be headed that way if they keep having a lot of ticos coming down.
Yeah.
They're already, I won't say a lot. I think they settled there earlier. There were some old hippies and there were some, I would say Mennonites down there as well that I saw from the United States. But I think they're going to build up because they do have like their beach. If you like beaches, it's a pristine. It was absolutely amazingly gorgeous. You did have to pay a fee to get into the beach, which I think is good.
It was a little over $6 with all the value-added taxes, so it was around $6 something.
Their taxes were high too. It was kind of like Tennessee taxes.
Yeah, depending on where you were, it was anywhere from 20%.
But it is, the beach, and I am not a beach person. I'm a mountain person, but the beach was gorgeous, you know.
Yeah, the thing that surprised me surprised in the impression of Uvita was very clean, very walkable, but it was spread out more than I thought it would be. It was a lot further apart between different things that I was thinking it would be more of a compact city compared to other places we've been, and this was a lot more spread out over what it was.
We had a lot of walking in. That was a good thing.
Oh yeah. So we did a lot of things. What was your favorite thing that we did?
I liked the Cocoa tour. I think I enjoyed that. I think that was kind of it. I liked seeing the waterfall. Had I been braver, it could have been fun, but we all know, let's be honest, I am disaster prone. So the idea of climbing up that ladder attached to the side and sliding off, I would probably be unconscious or something. So in my younger days, I probably would have done it, but you know, that could have been fun, but I just was like, yeah, not up to that. And even just seeing the beach, I have to say, I didn't, like I said, I'm not a beach person, but I really enjoyed the beach. And even if I didn't want to be out at the water, they had zillions of hermit crabs. Once again, creatures. There were tons of hermit crabs. I was so excited by the hermit crabs.
Mine was Whaletail. Going out to Whaletail was absolutely gorgeous, and the view from Whaletail was stunning.
Yeah,
just couldn't you couldn't beat that view.
What?
And the view then, because you look out, what was such a difference in geography was the fact that you go look out at the ocean, you turn around 180 degrees and you're looking at the mountains.
And then I kept going, no, 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 no. You know, Jurassic Park, because that's what it reminds you of. It really does. That was another thing that I found fascinating. So, like, you all know us. We're pretty big geeks. And Jurassic Park has been one of our movies, like, our staple. So, like, my oldest saw it when he was 3 years old. Like, so we watched it for a long time. And I never paid enough attention because in the beginning of the movie it says San Jose, Costa Rica, and it shows water, the ocean in the background.
There's no ocean near San Jose.
There is no ocean whatsoever near San Jose, but as the dumb Americans, I didn't know this, but it really, really offended Costa Ricans. They're still upset about this, and
they don't like that movie
been
at
out
all.
the movie's been out for like 30 years or what. They're still upset about them having done that, displaying it that way. So just FYI, a little fun thing to know.
We did find that the city was very walkable, though.
Yeah,
but it was spread out, and it was very safe. I didn't feel like it was not safe at all.
Oh no. The people were nice.
People were very nice. Interesting thing is we were over their Independence Day. So their celebration was, instead of lighting fireworks, they basically went around at about 5 a.m. in cars, and they banged on their horns and banged on pots and pans and things like that. It was pretty funny. It was pretty cool.
I liked it. I liked it a lot.
Yeah. What else? How would you describe where we were? What would you say?
Like I said, my biggest thing is it's just an up and coming area. Realistically, while we were there, they had just finished building a building, and it had opened another tourist spot. So it had some more stuff. And like when we were there, it's just like I said, it's a small village. But there were 3 or 4 different tourist shops in that. So it was like I said, they're looking, and we went in the off season too. What's considered the wet season, which meant it rained at least once a day, sometimes for the whole day.
I'm sorry, but it rains every day in Costa Rica. It's just how much it rains. But it rains every day in Costa Rica.
Yeah, but it wasn't bad because we had a pool, so it was like, as long as there was no thunder and lightning, I didn't care. I was already wet. Who cares, right?
Yeah, it was nice.
So yeah, that was it. That was what I would think. It's an up and coming area.
So would you choose to live in Costa Rica?
No. The reason there's a letter. I have a letter. It's H, the letter H, because my 3 H's, hot, humid, and high. I cannot do those all at the same time, and Costa Rica tries to make me do the 3 things. Okay, so that's not going to happen. It is humid as all get out, and I mean, for those of you who know me through archery, you know how I get sick after my first day of shooting. Okay, that was like my first week in Costa Rica, because it was like I was constantly just like. After the week or so, I felt a lot better, and I enjoyed it, but I really had to work on making sure I stay hydrated. I had to wear UV. You can see how pale I am. I had to wear my UV protection. I wore sunscreen. I carried an umbrella, just because it was too much for this pale white chick.
Yeah, we had to wear. Yeah, I wore sunscreen every day, and that sun would bake you. It would absolutely bake you if you were out in it without an umbrella.
Even
sunscreen.
when we were out at the whale's tail, you all got your feet burnt.
Yeah.
Because they didn't have sunscreen on their feet. They took off their shoes just to walk a little bit in the ocean. Yeah, and I didn't. I don't know how come, but I was probably by the hermit crabs. But they all got their feet burnt.
Mine, I would choose. I mean, it was a beautiful country.
It's gorgeous.
But the cost is what deterred me from the overall choosing that as a place to live.
So you were trying to kill your wife, is what you're saying then, by you wanted her in that hot, humid place.
So what was your favorite experience, or what you thought was your biggest challenge?
The biggest challenge was the temperature, the humidity. Like I said, because I've always gotten sick when we do archery and stuff. I've always gotten sick, and I have to watch for the hydration, and I have to drink slowly and have to keep myself. I did suffer that several times while we were down there, where I was eating salt out of the salt shaker just to try to keep my blood pressure and stuff normal. So that was one of my bigger challenges. Like I said, I can't say I enjoyed it all. What I thought was really neat was the cocoa tour that we did. I enjoyed that. I enjoyed, it sounds really kind of, he made that like thick paste, and you put chocolate on top of a banana. That was really good. I know our son did not care for it.
No, he doesn't care for dark chocolate.
No, yeah, he doesn't. But it was delicious. I think Rachel totally loved it. So she was all about it. She's over there smiling, going, "Yes, I did." But she loved it too. So it was really. I enjoyed that a lot. I think that was fun. And like I said, I just enjoyed just being there. It was for us, even our whole family, realistically, that was there with us, is a slower pace. In the United States, we have a tendency to go, and it really helped me to slow down and appreciate smaller things or slower things, which was kind of, they always say focus on the moment, be present. It really helped me be present a lot more, I think.
That was the biggest challenge for me, because coming off of retirement, that was the first place we went. And just slowing down, there were times where it was like, it hit me like, oh, I don't have to do anything. And I didn't.
No.
There were certain times. As far as being able to speak Spanish, you definitely need to know some words. It helps. The more you know Spanish, it definitely helps. However, I would say a majority of the folks down there actually could speak English.
Some English.
Some English that you could get by, but you definitely needed to know some Spanish. And the more you knew, obviously, it just made everything easier to go through.
And if you know Spanish, make sure you're practicing before you go.
Yeah, it helps.
Not me.
Practicing helps it, but I know that's more difficult in the United States, is finding somebody that can actually, you can practice with learning an extra language.
Yeah.
That is a challenge.
Well, and as I say, one of the things I found that too is like there were things like, because this was our first experience out of the gate after leaving and getting rid of our stuff and whatnot, was I missed our eldest, who still stayed in the States. I missed him. I missed my cats, who were living with my eldest, and I missed my friends, my family, and my archers. So I found that was, to me, it was kind of like, because I'd been so long with that, that it hit me. I was like, I wonder how so-and-so is doing, and I wonder how so-and-so is doing. Only like 1 or 2 of you are actually keeping in contact with me. You know who you are. The rest of you, seriously, you're slacking, people. Knock it off. Okay.
No. Yeah, I would say that hit me for archery was the big thing, since archery was such a big part of our lives. But
for so many years.
Hopefully we'll be able to start our own
soon.
school or find a place here that we can go shoot.
Yeah, I need to.
So we'll be able to do that.
Need to get a band work.
Any closing?
No, I can't think. I did have a good time. I would go back again. I would definitely go back. I was disappointed that we didn't get to see a sloth. That was my one negative. I really wish we would have seen a sloth. I would go back another time, and I would like to go to the rainforest section more than the beach section the next time.
Yeah, I would definitely go back for a visit. But if I would go back, I would do the same thing. I would head to La Fortuna, which is an area, but you definitely need, if you're going to La Fortuna, you would have to definitely rent a car. There's just no way to get around up there physically without having a car.
Yeah, a lot of the people said that was a beautiful place though to go to. So,
yeah, it's very beautiful. But if I go back, that is where I would go for.
And I would also like to try the Caribbean side, just to see what it looks like and how different it is from the side we are on. Oh, another thing that I really did like, I liked our driver.
Oh yeah.
The dude that drove us,
Arturo.
He just had so much information that he was willing to share and tell us about the area and about the history of the country and answer our questions, even like when we were coming back up, because I still had questions, you know me. So it was really, I love getting answers to questions, and it's the homeschooler in me finding out more stuff. I think it's awesome that way. So it was really, I enjoyed it. Yeah,
our driver was Arturo Garcia. You can find him on TripAdvisor, and I think I have. I think I put it in one of the other videos, or a link to his, but that's who our driver was. Highly recommend him.
Yeah. And if you have any questions, just like hit us on the YouTube page, or if you have my WhatsApp or my Facebook or the other crap that I'm on, hit me up.
Hopefully we provided you with some information if you ever decide to come down to Costa Rica, and make it a little less daunting for everybody.
Bye.
Bye.